Hi, this is Fernando. I'm gonna show you in this video how we are gonna work to translate dashpay.io all together so we can have a multilingual site. First thing you need to understand is that you are gonna have an account into dashpay.io to work on the translation. We consider other possibilities of tools, external tools, but this one was the most complete one. So you are having an account, so please be careful with it. I've configured as many limitations as possible, not because I don't trust any of you, but because it's basic security to limit what you don't need to do. But anyway, please be careful. First thing you need to do is change the password first time you log in with the data you've received on your email, but we'll see that later. Once we have translated the site, we'll have probably on the top right some kind of selector so the user can select their preferred language. Um, but right now, even though everything is working, it's hidden so people don't start asking and there's no noise until we finish the job. The only thing that can be seen now is down here in the English. We will have probably that bar on the footer too, but all languages will be listed. Uh, I don't think anybody has noticed this English down there. Anyway, I'm gonna first show you how the system works from my point of view. Then after that, we log in if it was you, and I can show you how to translate specific pages. Oh, this is my admin dashboard. The plugin we are using is WPML. If you are interested in the system, they have a lot of videos in the website, which is WPML.org. Anyway, it's not, you don't need to go there or learn anything. Don't worry about that. So, in the translation management part, here I can set up the translators. Uh, After this video, I'll set all your profiles here. This is only important because later you'll see something that relates to this. Here I set up the languages that you translate. And then here in the translation dashboard, I will be sending you the things to translate. Here I can select pages or filter by any other any criteria. Then click display. I see them here. Then I can select and send them to any translator. Uh, these I will be doing for all pages to all translators in a language. So the first one who grabs the work will be doing it. And that's all you need to see here. Now we are gonna go to your login credentials so you can see how this works. I'm gonna open the window. You need to go to dashpay.io slash wp dash admin. Here you will log in with the credentials that you've received on the email. I have created a dummy translator so I can show you how this works. When I log in, you'll see that you have less options that I had, and you have the corresponding part from the translation tool, then a few more things. But first thing you need to do is go to Profile and change your password here. New password, repeat new password, introduce yours, and click update profile. You can also change here the language in which you want to see the interface of the website for you, the internal part is all this. You can check any language you want. And also it's a good idea that you select this, display hidden languages. This will mean that when you are logged in and you are browsing the site, if there are hidden languages, you can see them. You are working on translation, so it makes sense. So you can see how things are displayed before we make them completely public. Then you click update profile and you are done. So now we're gonna see how the management translation tool works from the translator point of view. When you click on translator interface, you will see the jobs that have been sent to you from the other side. You will see the name of the page, the language that needs your translation. In my case, the test translator translates to Spanish, so we have English to Spanish here. And then the status, you see that here there's a job that was complete but now needs update. This happens when the English page is changed, so the tool detects that and tells you this one needs some update. This one is complete, this one is in progress because it's half done, and this one is waiting for translator. So you can take the job and start translating. In this case, just click here, you see you get this blank page. You see down here you can see how the original one is, kind of, not the page, it's not like in the page. But anyway, you can import the content from English and directly translate it here. So in this case, this in Spanish would be I'll go over my translations later. And then I click here if it's finished. That's the title, and now the body of the page. I copy it from English. This one has very little text, so it's gonna be fast. Here you can see that you have some tools, very basic to do some editing. Here there's a website to the downloads page, so select the translation. I click here, insert link, and uh, I'll give it the exact URL. Downloads, copy, paste here. You can also look it here. You click on existing content and search it here. But in case it's an external link, the process would be the one I just add the link. So this one is finished, and click the translation is finished, and save. If I go here, see that this one is Okay, the category. I will say this category we are adding to the categories language code after it. So use them, and the translation of this document is complete. Save translation. And now it shows it as complete. This is one way to do it. However, some pages, like for example the home page, is quite complex. It has many different widgets and features that make it a little bit difficult to translate here in this interface because you see a lot of code mixed with the text. For example, we do it this one. You can see it. You go to edit. Here you can see a lot of mixed text about the columns and the display of the page. Anyway, you can do it. You just need to be careful to not touch all these things that appear inside square brackets. If you don't touch that, everything will be okay. You just need to change the text and then work like I've shown you in the previous one, and everything will be okay. But if that is not comfortable for you, you can translate directly here in pages and posts. Posts are what are in the news section, and pages is all the other things. So if you click here, you see all the pages in the website. There are a couple pages here, more than a few pages that we need to translate. So you can see here that all are listed, and we see the languages we are going to translate to right now. If you see a pencil, is that it's already translated. If you see a circle arrow like this one, is that needs some update. And if you see a plus sign, this one needs to be updated. Sometimes if you see the pencil and you try to get in, you'll get this. You are not allowed to edit this item. This is done because of the permits for translators. If the page is published, uh, we are not gonna touch it right now. Only the person who's done it can edit it. In this case, this page was translated directly by me, so a test translator can't touch it. This one I think I did no, this one I did it directly also, but terms of use I did with test translator, so I can go in and see everything like I would normally. So here, for example, well, here you have filters for the languages that you want to see. Uh, the English one, you see that all them are done and published, and I can't go in because I haven't published them. That's the security part I mentioned before. So I click all languages, you can see. And here, if you want to translate one, you just need to click on the plus one, the plus sign. For example, I'm gonna translate this one, the dark gravity wave. Plus sign. You see that it's blank because you need content. Go here to the right, copy content from English. Click here, you got the page. As I said, sometimes when there's some columns and menus and things like that, text is quite weird. This is what you would see in the translation interface if I had sent you this job. You can see the same thing here, or you can use the page builder. Here you see how the page is in reality. Here we have the left menu you have in that page. Page dash background wave. You see there's a menu here on the left and the content of the page. The menu you can't change because it's configured somewhere else, and we'll translate that later, the menus and all that. Here, today we are only gonna talk about the content of the page. So go out, but you can select the content. By the way, this editor is how most pages in the website are done. Every element has usually this gray box. When you click on the three lines, you edit it. When you click on the X, you delete it. And when you click on these two squares, you copy it. So if you want to edit, go to the three lines, and here you can see the text. And you can change it. That's related to, in this case, Spanish. So you change the text here, click save, and in this case, what you need to do is submit for review. This is done to avoid accidents of content being published before it's ready. You submit it for review, and I will check it or push in, and this way at least two people will see everything before it's published. And that would be it. You can go here and you see it appears as it is Spanish. Dark gravity wave pending, and I just need to wait for the beginning. You see it's already done, and I'll go now here to my interface as Fernando. If I go to pages, dark gravity wave, I see that it's already here. So if I go here, check the content, it's okay. So publish. This page will be fully done right now. Well, now it's not published because the language is hidden. This would be usual way to do it. Then in post, we have the same thing as in pages. Post don't have that page builder. So in this case, it's always text. Copy it from English, translate it, but just I'm gonna bore you with it. Regarding post, there are many that are old. Please don't lose your time with that. I think it doesn't make any sense to translate the old ones. If you have time, yeah, it makes sense to translate. Probably migrate your Darkon wallet to Dash. The Darkon is now Dash post because it's linked from the homepage. Then probably also the 11.2 Dash release, which is quite recent. But besides that, please don't translate all the old ones. It doesn't make any sense. And that will be all. Uh, Please write me if you have any doubt. Fernando at dashpay.io, or ping me in Slack or anywhere, or in dashdog.io. org and available for any doubt you may have.